Good morning. You're listening to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm at BDNY, first day of the show, and I'm with Melissa Nau and Carrie Stephens with Shaw Contract. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing great.
Melissa have recently been elevated, and now you're the VP of Sales over hospitality. But you've been in this area for about 11 years with Shaw Contract, right?
Yes, I have been in sales and a VPSA role, and just recently been promoted to our VP of Hospitality with global accounts. So I've been at Shaw and in the hospitality industry for a little over 11 years.
And Carrie, tell us about, you're fairly new to this, right?
Yes, I've been doing it about a year and a half with Shaw Contract Hospitality, but I've been at Shaw for over 10 years. I had a role in talent acquisition and then on the residential side of our business.
So it's safe to say that Shaw Contract in this whole flooring supplier in the hospitality segment is a top 3 player, right?
I think so. I think we're the best player.
Absolutely. We
Okay.
have the best booth here also at the show.
Yeah, actually one of the largest historically brands is not here this year, which I find interesting. First, let me ask you, this is a busy show today, and it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Tell me who you've seen in the booth.
I would say we've seen a lot of designers, especially designers from your top A&D firms, but we've seen a lot of representation with ownership groups, have had a few meetings with large ownership groups in the booth today, along with designers and representation from purchasing agents and the brands. It has been a very active morning so far in the booth.
The brands have come in. That's one of the
Yes.
reasons this show's so good, because it's in their backyard, right?
That's right, with Marriott and Hilton being not too far away, and a lot of other brands from Chicago and New York. A lot of the brand representation does show up at the show, for sure.
And Alan Benjamin and the purchasing people are here as well?
Yes, we have seen a lot of Benjamin West, Buyer Brown, Parker, lots of different big purchasing agent players here.
This is the afternoon. You guys are worn out, aren't you?
We will be definitely by tomorrow.
You tied into a museum, the Cooper Hewitt Museum. Tell us about that.
So we had a partnership with the Cooper Hewitt and Badge, which stands for Black Artists and Designers Guild, and Mulaney Barnett designed a beautiful piece of carpet that is installed now. It'll be there for a year. It's called the Liberty Line, and it represents the Underground Railroad and how enslaved African Americans used these trails and the constellations to really escape for their freedom to the north. It's a beautiful piece that we did on Colorcraft Pro. We're very, very proud of it and honored to be a thought of and partner with Mulaney on this.
It's pretty cool that you can tell a story by what's woven into the product, right?
Really, and that's where textile design began and why it's so important, the heritage and the story that that piece tells.
Well, I might mention that that's a Card Monroe piece of equipment, right?
Yes, it is. Actually, it is. Yes. We brand it as a Colorcraft Pro machine, which is a beautiful machine that gives us like 16 colors and a lot of texture and high and low in the carpet. So a lot of carved look to the textile. It's just one of our many offerings that we offer at Shaw.
All right, so you've got some beautiful products in your space. Your space is right up toward the front here. We've just talked about one of them. Tell us what else you're talking about here at the show.
So we are showing Midnight, which is this is the sneak peek. First time anybody's seen Midnight, which is the sister collection to Awaken. Midnight was designed in multiple constructions. Most dominant, I would say, though, at the show is on the Colorcraft Pro machine, where you see Midnight and Awaken. It will be officially launched at midnight on New Year's Eve. Also on the floor, you'll see Pivot, which is our EcoWorks new product, Click. It will be available very, very soon, and we're thrilled to be able to offer that as well.
This is PVC free.
PVC free. It's made in Europe in partnership with Clausen, so we're very proud and honored to have that partnership as well.
That's actually catching a lot of attention, so congratulations on that partnership. So many people know in the hospitality business, you show your capabilities with these collections, but these designers come to you and say, we want you to take that look and do it this way. It's kind of custom, right?
Absolutely, and we have an amazing custom design studio with over 20 designers that can design in any construction, really being able to tell your story. Melissa and I have traveled a lot lately, and it's all about storytelling, which is what we're doing with Midnight, Awaken, what that piece that the Cooper Hewitt does. Every space has a unique story, and we're able to tell that through our textiles.
Now, Melissa, I understand that you were recently featured in a product in Yellowstone. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. As I mentioned, we have many offerings. We also offer wool. So Axminster, we partner with a vendor out of Turkey. And we recently participated in a hotel project in Yellowstone. Beautiful, it just got installed. We also participated in the Montana State Capitol, both with our Axminster wool offering. So it's a wonderful project that we hope to highlight very soon in some photography.
Let's talk a minute about the show one more time. It's kind of interesting. It started out slow this morning, right? Because I guess people were just flying into town. But I mean, it's super busy, and the champagne's starting right now, right?
It is.
This morning.
Yes.
It started at 11 with the champagne, so absolutely.
I would say the show opened at 10, and it was actually very busy for us in our booth. I mean, a little bit of slowdown at lunch, but we have been very busy. We offered lovely champagne this morning and cocktails and wine this afternoon, and we'll offer again tomorrow morning also. So make sure everyone stops by.
One other space that I'd like to mention is the social hub that we partnered with Blur. So that's all the way on the other end of the convention floor. It is a beautiful space. I recommend that everybody goes and checks that out. And they have great seats. They also have drinks, and you can relax in there.
Is Blur the design firm?
The Blur is the design firm. We work with Debbie. They're out of Atlanta, and they were just fabulous to work with. That construction was also done on the Colorcraft Pro as well.
Okay, well, it's great to be with you guys. Thanks for talking to our listeners. Again, been talking to Melissa Nau, the VP of Sales for Shaw's Hospitality Business, and Carrie Stephens, the Head of Marketing for Shaw Hospitality, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.